Hello and welcome to the Hoof GP YouTube channel. Today I'm at a brand new farm to me. We're going to trim a cow that the farmer has really been struggling with, and we're going to get to know someone a little bit special that a few of you guys may already know. When I see you dance and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow, I fall into you. So this farm's a mixed farm, which means there's about 10 sheep, they have 100 cows milking, and they have some beef cattle as well. Some Highlands too. I'm quite a long way from home, but I pitched up early to come in and see how these guys milk. And I'm not sure if you'll actually know this guy or not, but it's Tom Pemberton!
Morning!
How are you?
Good. It's not raining, so we're winning at the moment. It is raining awfully here. We're doing well. Me and Graham are going to smash it in the milking parlour, and then, he's probably mentioned already, he's going to help me with some really difficult cows. Try to do my best. I do all my cows myself, so Graham, please don't judge me. But we're going to do them today, and hopefully, fingers crossed, make them 10 times better.
I'm sure we will. I'm going to take you guys on a quick farm tour. Tom's pointing all the bits out that I'm not allowed to film because they're so bad. He hasn't really. he really hasn't. It's actually quite funny. I got here at 6 o'clock in the morning. The first thing Tom started saying was, now our kit's a little bit old. But the thing is, when we go in the parlour, and I knew it would be the story, the place is spotless. Yeah, his parlour's a little bit older, but it was literally spotless. Really, really well looked after. The cows are in good condition. He actually said they're a bit too conditioned, which for some people they maybe are, which means they don't quite produce as much as those really high yielding milk cows, but their health really, really benefits from them carrying that little bit more weight, and actually their feet are much better because of it as well. So this is Tom's calving pens. As you can see, it's really well kept. It's nice and warm, but it's got airflow, and airflow is really important in the sheds. Otherwise the calves end up with pneumonia, which is obviously something they really don't want. So here's one of Tom's new arrivals, which was actually born just last night. Mum's away being milked right now, and that milk will either be kept for this little guy to build up his immune system, or it'll be fed to the other calves because it'll really help with their immune system. To the dairy farmers and a lot of farmers, it'll be pretty obvious, but to you guys maybe living in the cities, it might not be. Colostrum, so the first milk from the cow, or from this cow's mother, is full of antibodies, so it really, really builds up their immune system and gets them off to the best start possible. Plus it's really full of fat and proteins and things, so it gets them going early on. Although we want lots of airflow through the buildings to ensure that their respiratory tracts are healthy and stuff, it still can get a little bit chilly, so these guys here have got jackets on, keeping them warm and keeping them cozy in here. As you can see, a lot of Tom's cows are extremely wild. This one here is just goading me. To be honest, I'm basically in the danger zone. So Tom's farm is actually in the north of England in Lancashire. His land is extremely flat compared to where I am, but it really leaves it liable to flooding. And if you guys know Tom Pemberton, then you'll have seen in a lot of his recent videos that they've really, really been struggling lately with all this rain, and it's not draining away because they have quite clay-rich soil. In other words, it sits like a paddling pool. Tom is so tight that he can't even afford to buy milk to put in the brews. This is warm and frothed. It actually is. The perfect cappuccino. Cheers, man. Oh, that's good. It actually is really good.
looking about 100 cows-ish, around that kind of mark. I'm a 5th generation farmer. We do dairy, beef and sheep. We're mainly dairy. We do doorstep delivery, so that's glass bottles to the door. We also do a wholesale, so cafes, gyms, restaurants, all that kind of stuff. We've just put a farm shop on at home here, so it's about 2.5 years old, which is pretty cool. So we try and go direct to consumer. That's our kind of like niche. We always try and cut the middleman out. So, you know, the milk goes straight to someone to the doorstep. And then so our beef, which you'll see coming in the loads, we've got the loads just coming in now. You'll see we have beef cows in the milking herd. So these beef cows are just getting to the end. So we finish them on the ration that the cows get with the cake in the parlour. We've got a little bit of a viewing area. We've got some Highland cows, so you will feel so comfortable.
Tom's specially imported some Highland cows just in case they showed up. One of Tom's main cow sheds, and yeah, it is older. It's one of the kind of farms that I would say is like an evolving farm. So you get these greenfield sites which look fantastic. They're all built in one go, and basically they're all uniform. This farm is a farm that's progressed over years and years, and this shed's obviously a little bit older, but look how clean and tidy it is. The beds are really well kept. They've just been sawdust. They're clearly mucked out really regularly because there's no build up at the front of them. And they're nice and wide. So this works really well. The cows look happy. They're nice and clean. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
This cow's calved. She's a 5th calver. Doing really well. We really like her. So she has a nice flat back if you care about this stuff. She's deep bodied. She looks great, but she's calved. And the problem with cows calving, they get something called milk fever. Well, they can do. This cow obviously doesn't have the milk fever. It's like they're drunk. It's like they've on a few beers, like we did last night. So what we've got here is a calcium bolus. Put this in here. Calcium bolus just goes in the gun, bolus gun obviously, and then we just get the cow. We don't grab it by its nose, grab it by the side of its mouth, like that, and then just hook it down the side of its mouth, simple, and then just give it like push, pull and push, or push and pull. There you go, we're down, we shoot, it's in, and that bolus takes about 12 hours to like dissolve. And just make sure she's got enough calcium, doesn't go down with milk fever, because when they do go down, they're a bit of a nightmare to get back up. So we're just going to make sure she's all right. Being an older cow, make sure she's doing all right. She's just pushing on. We're going to leave her in the box for 2-3 days to make sure she's all right. Look after her a little bit, and then she'll be out with the milking her. Like we could.
You do that with every cow?
Yeah, every cow. Heifers we don't normally do. Heifers are your first time calvers. Anything 2nd calf, 3rd calf, 4th calf. I'll give this one a bolus tonight as well, just because she's more susceptible at getting that milk fever. But she's back with the calf, chilling out, happy, food, water.
Job's a good one.
Really difficult thing.
Right, so first up, Tom has had a look at this cow a couple of times. He's told me, I know that. I could see that straight away from his trimming on the foot already. But what I'm thinking is, this outside claw is the one with the problem. But what we are going to do is we're going to get the weight off that problem claw, off this really sore one, and make her more comfortable. Basically, I'm going to make that the correct height and the correct length, so that there's less weight on here than here. Basically, we've made the length right. If I hold them up there together, they're the same length. They're actually closer to the right height now because we've taken more height off here. Okay, the obvious problem's there, but we're not gonna touch that right now. We're gonna model this out because there's a little bit of bruising there and we don't want that to become a problem before that fixes. So we're definitely gonna need a block. So I'm gonna go ahead, prepare this, get a block on, and part of the reason I'm gonna do that right now is to give it loads of time to dry.
By the way, I'm sorry if I'm in Graham's video too much. We're trying to do two at once.
The reason Tom hasn't been able to sort this is this problem goes all the way up to here. This is the part that needs fixed.
Oh wow.
Starting to bubble out.
Yeah, yeah. You have some mad skills. Look at that, look how easy you did that. Wow.
See how I've faded it out now? There's no hard edge, so you couldn't get like a fingernail and pull anything away.
So that's where it started.
Yeah, that's where
but
it's
it's going to creep up all the time, isn't it?
So that goes in there like that.
So we're just going to double this over, give it a bit of thickness.
Round the front, back over, and then up between the two claws.
Yeah, and then we snap it.
The bandage is not to keep it clean. The bandage is to keep the paste in place. So if we just put that paste on, it would stick around for about an hour and that would be it. We want it to stay in place for about 3 days.
So Tom's asking, we've just trimmed that cow, she's got a block on. Tom's saying, should we put her in a straw bed? Depend, where should we put her? The ideal place is you want to put her somewhere nice and clean, but on a hard standing ground. So,
On the hard standing ground.
yeah, so
Yep.
Concrete, your shed, you think
Concrete.
it's terrible because it's old, but it's not terrible. Tom's sheds are not terrible. They're nice and clean. And they're nice and firm-footed as well. There's not lots of undulations and cracks and things, so it's the
There
perfect
is
place.
that, they are flat.
If you had crutches on your feet and you're running around on straw, the crutches would sink in, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Wouldn't work.
Pointless.
So we're letting the cow out right now, and obviously she is not going to be fixed straight away at all, but she should be more comfortable, hopefully.
Good girl.
So that's us finished at Tom Pemberton's farm down here in Lancashire. I've had an awesome day. The family have had an awesome day, and it's been good meeting Tom.
It's been amazing.
A lot of you guys who do watch Tom and people who don't watch Tom won't know that Tom is exactly like he is in his videos in real life. So
We're pretty much the same person, aren't we?
Yeah,
Like
it's-
when we just chatted on the phone, I was like, I am like you. We all like the same
Yeah.
thing. Like we have the same kind of laugh. We have the same kind of banter. We both really love cows. You know, we love looking after cows and making them better. Yes, we've got the lame ones, but the whole thing is about doing something about the
Yeah.
lame ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously with Graham here, you've been a massive help. Big thank you for coming.
You're welcome, you're welcome. And hopefully I've taught Tom one or two little things. Go and check out Tom Pemberton Farm Life. Links in the description, or just type in Tom Pemberton. Cheers guys,
Cheers.
bye now.
See ya.
How I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I'll have to try to let her go, because she won't be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before, but she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know, na-na, never know, na-na. She will never know, na-na, never know, na-na. She'll never know. It's like she stole my heart without knowing she did. But I guess that it will pass. Yeah, I can't be the only one who got lost inside the blue of those eyes. I've got a